Hey guys, welcome back to Minecraft Programming with Python. So as you can see in today's episode, we're going to start with the actual small part of programming with Python and Minecraft. But for those who don't know what Python is and how to use it, I'll be going through a very quick and small tutorial in today's video. But however, if you do know how to use it, then you can skip the video and go to the next one. And I will eventually be starting to put upcoming videos in previous videos descriptions, so you guys can easily go and click on the link to go to the next one. So let's get straight into it. Now that everything is installed and set up, let's check out idle. This is a software that you'll be using to write your Python programs. Your Python installation includes idle, so you don't need to install it separately. So in order to open idle, we go and click the start menu on Windows, go and type in idle in the search bar, and the first one that should come up is idle Python 3.6 32-bit. Do not go for any other web results or web searches, because that will just take you straight to the internet, which we don't need. So go and click on idle, and this should bring up a blank page like this with some writing at the top and 3 arrow keys. These are called chevrons, or it's called the command prompt. This allows you to write very small, quick programs so you can get used to it and have a play with it and see what Python can do. But when we move on, we'll see how extreme Python can be. So for example, a very small and quick Python program is, we'll type in 2 plus 2, which is a simple math that we can do easily. So if you can click enter, this will give us 4. And as you can see, as soon as we get the answer, it will immediately bring us another set of command prompts. So now we can go and, for example, we'll just type in, there we go, W. We always have to put the any letters in these apostrophe marks, otherwise they will not be counted for. And if we go and type in plus, put down space and click O, and we can see there's W plus O. And now if I want to type in woo with 5 O's or 6 O's or however many O's you want, put in 10 just for the sake, we go and click enter. As you can see, we got W woo with 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10 O's as we've asked for. And now as you can see, this word inputs O, and you can see how many O's there are. Let's try changing it a little. Let's go for maybe some let's go and change it to do the same thing like we did before, and go and change it to maybe 20 O's or even 100 O's, depending on how strong your computer is. Sometimes it's like going way above the limit, maybe like millions, obviously would maybe crash your computer depending on how good it is, but we'll have a go with a higher number. There we go, we've got a woo with 20 O's, and that was not meant to be, no, that's a 0, but never mind. So let's move on. Notice that idle actually color codes these letters, words. So as you see, woo is color coded blue, numbers are color coded red, and so are like signs, operations. These are color coded green. So as you can see, this color codes them, and this allows it to be a bit more easier for the user to use. And this is called syntax highlighting. So these colors will match your type of program that you're trying to write, and allows you to make programs a lot easier to write. Moving on, we've got idle's text editor. This is basically something that allows you to write longer and bigger programs if you wanted to. So for example, if you wanted to make a coffee machine and you wanted to make it on Python, this allows you to do that very easily, because the IDE shell would not allow you to do that. That's only for short and quick Python coding. So in order to open up the IDLE text editor, we go to the IDLE shell, click File, click New File, and a blank page like this should open up. So like before, we're going to type in 2 plus 2, but instead we're going to add print this time. So this doesn't actually look the same as what we did before, but you'll see the difference. So I clicked enter and nothing happened. The reason was because it created a brand new line, and it doesn't actually present the work or the program results. Instead, it just creates a brand new line, so you can keep on creating many codes of line that can create a brand new and very large program. As I said before, this part is for creating larger and longer programs. So let's just add a few bits in. For example, here, let's go and add this in. Wait one sec, what we typed in before. So I think this was it amongst those lines. So I think if we add this in, and we got 20, I think that was it. And I believe we can add in just one more, maybe just Minecraft. If we just go and put apostrophes. But remember, when there is a word, we do need apostrophes. Sorry about that. So yeah, so now it's done, we can go and run it. So in order to run it, we're going to click run and run module. But as you can see here, it says source must be saved. So always remember to save your source before you run it. But it always reminds you anyway, so it's fine. So we're going to click OK. So we're going to save it on our Minecraft Python folder, which is here. So we go to our Minecraft Tools folder, create a brand new folder called Setting Up. Setting Up. And we've got it here. So we go into that folder, and then we're going to type in or save this program as Python loves Minecraft.py. But I presume it will save it as .py anyways, but I'm just going to type that in just in case. So we're going to click save, and this will run it. As you can see here, print, it calculated it, 2 plus 2, 4, and it presented it here with the woo, and it presented the Python, here we go, Python. So as you can see, it calculates it for you, and it doesn't actually show you the process that it took to calculate it. So here, we've actually taken the process, and it presents that with the answer. But here, if you just want the answer to make it a bit more neater, we've got it here, just the answers for woo and Python. The reason it only shows the answers is because we use the print output. So this only outputs the results of your programming. So you don't have to worry much about details and how neat it looks, because this will just be as makes it the programming part a little bit more easier, as you have more like a drawing board down here and a results page down here. However, you may be still wondering which one would you use, Python shell or text editor? Well, only when you want to write a few lines would you use the Python shell, and if you don't intend to save them, you can also use that as well. Hence, I recommend that when you're writing small lines of code throughout the series, use the Python shell. Unless if you would like to save it, then go ahead and use the text editor. However, the text editor is mostly used when I need to write, or when you need to write several lines of code, as you saw there before. Part 2. Testing your Minecraft Python setup. So in order to make sure that you have all softwares installed correctly, all you have to do is go and open 3 pieces of software. So first things first, we're going to go to the Minecraft Python, Minecraft Tools folder, and double click Start Server. So as in one of the earlier videos, you saw this pop up with open saying, would you like to open it? We click open, and you know the reason for that is why. And once we do that, we have to go to the Minecraft game, I suppose, and we go and click the Minecraft Python world from the multiplayer game. So what I will do is cut ahead in the video till this is all loaded up, and I've got the world loaded up as well. So once everything's loaded up, for example the command prompt is loaded up, and so is your Minecraft world, we go into the Python shell, not the Python text editor, Python shell, and we go and type in from, next to the command prompt, mcpi.minecraft import Minecraft. So as you can see here, from and imports are color coded, and that will be explained further on in the series. So you can enter, this will create a brand new line, and here we type in mc space equals space Minecraft dot create, and then we put the 2 brackets in. So once you click enter, nothing should appear, it should just be blank, and we can carry on writing. But for those who do get an error message, this is what you do. So if you do get an error message, ask yourself these questions. Do you have Minecraft open? Secondly, is Spigot running? Thirdly, are you in the multiplayer world? And fourth, are you using the correct version of Python? So firstly, do you have Minecraft open? That's pretty simple. Do you have it double clicked, and is it on your screen right there? And is your world right open? And to check if Spigot's running, secondly, is basically the command prompt that we saw with the black screen with the white writing, and if that's completely loaded up fully. And then thirdly, we have to check if we're in the multiplayer world, as I said. And fourth, if we're using the correct version of Python, because if an outdated version of Python works with a updated version of Spigot, it may not communicate well. But if you do get an error that says import error, knowing what your name MCPI, you might be using an older version of Python, so that explains your problem there. However, if you did not get an error message like me, all you have to go and carry on to do is click mc.player.set tile pos, which is position, and we're going to type in the coordinates of our position, brand new position, which will be this, and this will actually take you to a completely different place and put you there in the air. So for example, if we quickly look at my Minecraft, as you can see where I am, just got a blank sheet of like stone right there, and we've got some grassland here. So remember this place. Now if we go and click enter here, just quickly takes us behind. It's a bit more surprising otherwise. So we can get enter, go and look at our Minecraft. As you can see, we are somewhere completely different. We seem to be in quite like a completely different biome, even like a sandy biome, I think. This is sand, and we are in a completely different biome to what we were in earlier. And as you can see, we have completely just moved away from our spawn to somewhere else. So with Python you can do a lot of things, and here's one example. So this was just the first and very small part of programming. We'll be carrying on to do better and new things. So this is the installation, everything to do with the starting up and getting used to Python, and just getting yourself ready for what's to come in future videos, and how we can just go and create buildings just by programming and place blocks everywhere, create command blocks for example, and do a lot of other things in Minecraft which will be mind-blowing. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching.